Hi there. There's something I read today at work during lunch hour, of course, about something called Corbynomics. Jeremy Corbyn's anti-austerity plans if he was elected Labour leader and subsequently elected as Prime Minister at the next election. And his plans include renationalising all the public utilities like water and rail and things like electricity. Just the mains of the big industries that we have in the UK, and also his idea of a national bank, which is his way of printing money to pay for public projects. Coming to the nationalisation a bit first, I read in the both in the Guardian and in the Mail today, two very different political wings of the British press, that he wants to nationalise these industries but not compensate the owners, which is basically the shareholders of these companies, which I think is ridiculously unfair. Leaving aside the questions about the credibility and the feasibility of having industries back in public ownership, there's this idea of renationalising industries which were public and then switched to private and back to public again is absolutely crazy. I think this again is about gesture politics. Yes, I am aware that a lot of rich, very very rich people have shares in these industries, and also lots of ordinary people have invested in these industries, have shares and invested in industries. This is basically the fruit of the hard work of ordinary people. Not only that, the majority of the shares are held by institutions, big city institutions, which is basically the banks, the insurance firms, and the pension firms. And where do their money for these? Where do they get these monies? Get the money to buy these shares? It's from ordinary people, the people who have private pensions, the people who have life insurance policies, etc., etc. So basically, what Jeremy Corbyn is proposing is to take these assets away from the ordinary members of the British public, the hard-working British public, in order to satisfy his own, basically his ego and his failed politics. These institutional shareholders, which are the mains of finance, pension, and insurance companies, their money comes from the customer, which is the ordinary British public. The money does not come from thin air. This highlights the kind of like the stupidity of a lot of left-wing politics. And the only thing I could think of which is similar to this would be the land grabs of land that was owned by white people in Zimbabwe. It's a similar to that, and what a success that was, and what a success Zimbabwe has become, and that is what Jeremy Corbyn wants. As for the quantitative easing for this National Investment Bank, he has made it clear he's going to print money, and John McDonnell, who's going to be who is basically his de facto or default economic spokesman, who would be his shadow chancellor in the event of his victory. He's said he will print money, which to anybody with any basic knowledge of economics and economics history is a crazy idea. One of the reasons that the original Roman Empire fell apart was they started debasing their currency, which was silver coinage with iron, and eventually they ended up minting iron coins that happened to be silver plated, and that caused runaway inflation. Money is a store of value, is a store of goods and service that a nation state produces. It's not value. Money has no value in itself. So this is not even. Well, I would say this is GCSE not politics, economics, and it just sums up the stupidity of some of his backers. Well, that's my 2 pence worth. Thanks for watching. Bye.